Bed Bath and Beyond and Old Navy and Ulta and all those places are lame. They usually are lame. Where I live, Bed Bath and Beyond used to throw away quite a bit of stuff. Generally, they would damage it first, but settle for a little scrap brass, I guess. Not sure which store this is exactly. But this one over here is for like a Dollar General type store. I think it's Dollar Tree maybe. Sometimes it will have some interesting stuff. Today it's looking like a bunch of garbage. Alrighty, I'm gonna head down here to some big apartment complexes. Tis the season for these little portable heaters. They're not portable, but these little space heaters. I think this is an air purifier. No, they're both heaters. Like I say, I already scored that one. I would never try to give one of these away or whatever though. It could be real dangerous. They're not bad scrap. I guess I'll go ahead and take them. I'll probably come back out and make another load. Another session with this video anyways. So I got some decent weight to them. When I say decent weight to them, that means they've got enough metal in there that the scrap yards will want them. There'll be like a little transformer in there and a little guard and some wires and metal bottom and stuff. disposal had aquarium rocks in it. Well, that's some weak aluminum, I'll tell you what. Barely even touched it. I'm missing one somewhere, aren't I? There it is. Look at that big old chunk. Huh. It's a big old chunk of steel. That's like 15 pounds or something. Some kind of clampy dealy. Huh. Oh, it was in this case too. What was that thing? 3-in-1 service kit, ball joint service, universal joint, truck brake, anchor pin service. I call it scrap metal. See, that was something that someone probably stashed back here once upon a time. But it's been back here for a long time now, so lots of times when you see stuff behind a dumpster, someone's intentionally stashing it for one reason or the other. Like maybe an apartment manager does it for other people to come by and get, or someone out scavenging on foot or something didn't want to carry it around, or usually when it's behind there it's for a reason. Nothing like $100 worth of pants just sitting there. that is my old size, 32, 32. I could probably do 33, 32, 34, 32. That's gonna be a touch tight for me, unfortunately, but I'll try them out. Dickies were 33, 32, but I can tell that waist looks a little slim, slimmer than 33. It would appear I probably shrank them a little bit, but have a look at them. Either way, those are nice. Those two pair would probably be sellable. Coming from the same person, they're gonna fit the same type of person. They're both looking like about 32s or 31s if they shrink them. This stuff is just such nice bedding. I'm gonna take it and put it on the curb somewhere. That's nice stuff. I don't want to set it here because I don't want to anger the person that threw it away or what have you, you know. Plus this apartment complex doesn't really like stuff sitting out, but well, I guess there's been quite a bit of stuff sitting out since I've been riding through here. But anyways, I'm gonna take it to a little different location. Farkle. Okay, that's far enough. Tin chair. I can mess with that. Nice big old flower pots in there. Big plastic ones. A lot of times the newer viewers especially may see me skip stuff and not take stuff and do stuff that you don't really quite understand why I'm doing it, but I think that's a nice chunk of aluminum. Why I skip cans and stuff, that's not even metal. Shoot. I skip big pieces of tin. It's not because I can't carry it or I can't deal with it. It's because some stuff is just has so little value. It's just kind of a waste of a time, and that doesn't really make sense when it comes out of my mouth. But when you start taking into account, this is the kind of stuff where the real value is at. You know, a nice pair of Levi's and a nice pair of Dickies, new, that might retail for what, $90, $100 or so. That's where the value's at, you know. If you can cover a lot of ground, which would require skipping stuff, and you wouldn't be able to use a big vehicle, so therefore you can't really take this big tin like this all the time. So skipping 50 cents to cover more ground to find $100, that's where the value's at. That's the whole gimmick. That's the key. If you mess around with this cheap stuff, it takes up all your time, you know. So it doesn't make sense at first when you think about it. You know, how could skipping money possibly make more money? Well, if you check 100 dumpsters and you take all this stuff, in that amount of time, you could have checked 300 dumpsters and found 3 times more of this stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's not really something that you would think of unless you actually go out and do it. I know some people, that just doesn't make sense unless I explain it like that, you know what I mean? That should be a good explanation. I made a video once talking about why trucks can't carry as much as I can on this scooter, and it's because it's literally impossible to carry what you can't find, carry what you don't find, you know what I mean? Anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's impossible to find, to make more money checking 100 dumpsters or trash picking or whatever it is you're doing in 8 hours compared to checking 3 times more places in 8 hours or 4 times more places in 8 hours. You know what I mean? You know, who cares if you're finding this cheap stuff, you know, when you can find $100 sitting there, $100 in value anyway. So to clarify what I mean by trucks can't carry as much as I can on this scooter, I'm not talking about weight and amount, I'm talking about money. You know what I mean? Of course I can't carry refrigerators, but who cares? You know, that pair of Levi's alone is worth, you know, if you bought them brand new, 50 bucks, 55 bucks, which is by today's prices is $40 a ton on 10, which that would be 2,500 pounds of tin. A ton and a quarter, 1.25 tons of tin would equal that pair of Levi's. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? I don't know. I tried to explain things for a handful of people in my videos because I know I'm going to get those comments. That's a nice chunk there. I'm not talking bad about anybody. That's nice aluminum or stainless steel, I think. Combination, maybe. Some people take offense to that, but I'm not competing or saying my way's better, but the specific activity of what I'm doing, I mean, it's unmatched using a two-wheeler. But my regular viewers have probably heard that a dozen times, so I guess I'll shut up now. Nice little brake pads here. These little guys aren't worth a whole lot, but they're heavy. They don't take up a lot of room. Nice little motor. Look at it. Nice little chunkola. It's a nice little store here. That motor, little. That's another little motor. No, circuit breaker. I see copper. Oh, look, that's a compressor. That's like what would come out of a refrigerator. I used to cut those out of refrigerators all the time, but it's actually, you can get fined for cutting those copper lines and releasing gas, but that one's already been removed, so I have that. That's another thing about like refrigerators and stuff. Most of the weight of those things is in here. And the compressor. Refrigerators are actually pretty lightweight. They're basically just a big thing of insulation wrapped in a tin sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and just go down to the scrapyard from here. These are nice little chunks. These are probably 50 pounds a pop or so. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Nice pieces of copper. I have a pound of copper now. That didn't work out too smoothly. It's 140. There's another person. But I'm just gonna drop this stuff off here. Come back in 20 minutes. All right, if someone steals that, it's not worth a whole lot. I kept all the wire and stuff, but go down here, hit some more apartments. 20 minutes, come back, see what I can find. You better find somewhere warm, boy. I think the sun, now that I think about it, I think the sun has been heating that a little. And here we have a giant letter K. Wonder where that came from. Kind of looks like Kmart, but it's not. It's just made out of a particle board. What does that say? $179. Home accents. No, that's not a Kmart. It's just a letter K. It's probably an initial for someone's name. Look at that, $179. That's cheaply made though. Backpack action. That's a nice backpack. Nature Trail. Oh, it's ripped. Bummer. Bummer. Extension cord action. What else is in there? Not a bad little chair. There's probably people out there that can fix that up. Put that up here like so, I might drive by and see it. That was a fairly uneventful trip. At least we got to see the letter K. Get a couple buckets here. I think they've got 1 or 2 buckets around here. Oh wow, they cleaned it out. There's usually a giant mound. Do the trick. Here we go. I've got some steel, some short steel in here, some tin shed. I'll separate some of the short steel out when I get up to the scale. Some aluminum breakage. Electric motors. This is gonna go as tin shed. There's 3 heaters, and compressors will have their own category. I'm not sure how much those are worth right now. Number 2 insulated wire. A little bit of aluminum down in there, and maybe a pound of number 2 copper, hopefully. And it's gonna do it. I'm gonna go down there. See how much it's all worth. Compressors, 50 pounds. Well, those are a lot lighter than I thought. One was bigger than the other. One was 30, one was 20, most likely, in the ballpark. I smell tacos. if you're ever in the area, give this place a try. I always get the bean burrito. I can vouch for that. This place is toothpick worthy. There's a thrift store over here. They throw a lot of stuff out. Let's go check it out. Oh shoot, yeah. Took a minute. There's some good stuff in there. Too loud?
Yeah, pretty loud.
Sorry. Nah, I was trying to get that thing out and it slipped out of my hand.
Oh, that what? That
Mind if I get that?
Right? No, you'll have to come back after we close.
Alright.
Yeah, 'cause it freaks people out when they come up.
Yeah.
And digging in the dumpster.
Yeah. Alright, thanks. It's kind of difficult to do. All that weight down there, trying to get back up. So did you see that guy's main concern was illegal dumping? I've talked about that before in my videos. That's what most people get upset about. They really don't care about a whole lot else. Although it would be nice if I could get that right now. Because on the way home I'm gonna stop by the used sporting goods store and sell those for about 30 cents a pound. Those are not universal, so it might be less than that. It depends on their supply and demand. Up to 30 cents a pound anyway. We'll go see what it is. As soon as that 25-pound weight hit the bottom of that dumpster and banged, I knew I was doomed. I knew someone was gonna pop right out that door. That's why I try to get in and out as quick as possible, because if no one sees you, you don't disturb anyone, you know. Thrift store is a real hot spot for people to go. They know people get stuff out of there. I mean, you can't blame people. Some of the thrift stores throw away so much stuff, it's almost hard to believe. That's why he was just like, come back when we're closed. Because they deal with it non-stop, you know. They know they can't do anything about it. If they put a padlock on it, someone will probably just cut it off. You know what I mean? So that's a neat little thing. I don't think it's got, it looks like it's got an anchor on it. That's interesting. Yeah, there's some good stuff. You want it? You want this? Looks like someone threw away. I'm not sure what I'm dealing with here. All kinds of different stuff. DVDs. And I guess you can see it. I don't need to describe it. Wouldn't mind finding a tin like that, stuffed with $100 bills or something. I don't think there's a whole lot of valuable stuff in there though. Oh, another helmet. Mini light bulb. Shoot. I wasn't expecting to see that in there. Stainless. Alrighty. Okay, I found some other stuff too. I didn't want to show you too much scavoli. It's the usual suspects, lamps, more vacuum cleaner cores and stuff. I'm gonna take those weights in here, see what they're worth. Let's see how much I lost out on that 25 pounder. There might have been more in there too. So that's 7.5, 15 and 10, 25 pounds. Maybe there was no other one in there. 25 and 25. This one might have had 50 pounds worth. That would equal out. Yeah, as you can see what this is 25 pounds is worth. Depending on supply, they might not even want them. Well, when I left the apartment, what I meant to do was go to Home Depot and pick up my order, and then go to Walmart and get cat food. But I happened to bring my camera with me on the way out the door, and it turned into the video that you just saw. So that just goes to show you, I was just running some errands and started peeking at dumpsters on a Tuesday, which is basically the worst day to do this. But that just goes to show you how much stuff is out there. It's pretty amazing sometimes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show. I got hungry cats at home. They wanted this about 2 or 3 hours ago. As always, thanks for watching. I forgot to tell you about the weights. I got 5 cents a pound for the two 7.5 pounders. And I got 20 cents a pound for the 10 pounder, and it would have been 20 cents a pound for the 25 pounder. So when I dropped that weight coming out of that dumpster, that cost me $5. I could drive back down there, but it's gonna be about 15 miles round trip or so, so I don't know if it's really worth it. But those weights are a pretty good deal. The ones with the bigger holes, they're called universal. Those usually go for about 30 cents a pound if you're interested. Okay, now the video's over.